Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Willow's sense went out the window as Sasha unleashed her fury on Cody. Willow asked Nina whether she had seen Carly as soon as she got to the gatehouse. Nina hadn't, but she found the enhanced security at the gate fascinating. When Nina informed Willow that she no longer felt she should live with her, Willow was taken aback. "I think you're exactly where you need to be," Nina replied. After everything that had happened during the past month, Nina felt that Willow and the children needed some time to relax in their own house. Recalling that she had kissed Drew earlier, Willow declared, "I think I can make it work." The conversation shifted to Carly's visit and her disappearance. The fact that Carly didn't even say goodbye struck Nina as odd. Carly, more worried that Drew was still pursuing his nephew's wife, seemed indifferent when he informed her patronizingly at the Metro Court, "Jason knocked up Sasha Corbin, you know, the family cook." Drew claimed that he and Willow were adults and could do as they pleased while the other diners in the cafe listened. Sasha had enough after Drew hinted that she and Jason were not in a consenting relationship while he and Willow were. She was initially shocked when he claimed to have obtained this information from Cody. Secondly, he was protruding his nose in inappropriate places. "This is my life you're talking about, and it's none of your damn business," she correctly yelled at Drew. "Go ahead and make a disaster of your own life. And hey, Willow's too, 'cause as you said, you are both adults. But you should keep your theories about me and my child to yourself," Sasha replied. When Drew tried to apologize to Sasha, she refused to listen. She said, "Leave us the hell alone," and then hurried away. But Carly wasn't finished. When Drew accused Carly of starting this, Carly retorted that Drew never accepts responsibility for anything. "It's not my fault that Jason isn't the angel you thought he was," Drew replied. "This isn't about Jason," Carly said. "What right did you have to invade Sasha's privacy? Inserting yourself into a situation that has nothing to do with you?" she inquired. Tracy wanted to know how Drew got onto Monica's property, but the Deception ladies thought the conversation was fascinating. "He's an ex-Navy SEAL, Granny," Brooke Lynn said rationally. But Lucy just wanted to discuss the alleged sex between Jason and Sasha. Tracy was unconcerned. There was something she had to go take care of. Brooke Lynn ran after her grandmother in terror. Willow was about to be chewed out by Tracy, when Brooke Lynn volunteered to speak to her quietly instead. Tracy grudgingly accepted Brooke Lynn's recommendation. As promised, Brooke Lynn ran breathlessly into Willow's living room and filled her in on the details of the public altercation at the Metro Court that revealed Sasha's pregnancy and Willow's affair. When Brooke Lynn informed Willow that Carly had located Drew's tie there, Willow became agitated. Brooke Lynn said, "Willow, what were you thinking?" Willow told Brooke Lynn and Nina that she was an adult and could do as she pleased in her own home, repeating Drew nearly verbatim without regard for what others thought. Willow, like Drew, defended herself when Brooke Lynn informed her that the conditions of her staying there stated "No Drew. That's why we were discreet," Willow explained. Apparently, not discreet enough, Nina muttered to herself. Brooke Lynn was still unable to understand. There were a million places you could have met up with Drew. Why here? Why wave a red flag at Tracy? Brooke Lynn responded. Willow asked Nina if she could live with her again after deciding she was done at the gatehouse. By now, Brooke Lynn and Nina were both frustrated. With a sigh, Brooke Lynn attempted to reason with Willow. "Can you just take a step back for a second and recognize what is going on here? My family is not the problem. Drew is. Ever since you got involved with him, your entire life has fallen apart and everything happened so fast. Willow, you need to think now." Willow had sex with Drew on the playroom floor while his daughter sobbed in the adjacent room, but she had already moved past the moment of contemplation on the night of Sam's death. Willow remarked, "You're just like the rest of them. Out to make Drew the bad guy," pointing out the fallacious belief that he saved her life after Holly saved Willow's bone marrow after he was knocked out in Greenland. Nina intervened and attempted to help her daughter reach the brink of sanity since Brooke Lynn was at a loss for words. "Willow, your life has shifted dramatically very quickly. Your marriage is over. Don't you think you deserve to take a little time alone and figure out where you want your life to go now?" she softly said. Willow concurred that she really needed to solve the problem. That was a relief to Nina and Brooke Lynn, but Willow then added, "But I don't need to stay away from Drew to do it. Felicia and Anna talked about what had recently transpired back at the Metro Court. The fact that Cody had previously informed Anna that Jason was Sasha's baby daddy captivated Felicia. Felicia, astonished, summed up the whole strange situation. Can you imagine Jason Morgan as the father of Robert's grandchild? Who would have the bigger stroke? Mac or Robert, she asked. Anna didn't know how to respond. I have to say I do not hate it. Maxie and Lulu wanted to concentrate on their work, but Lucy was feeling very emotional after seeing Jason and Sasha together. It was crazy. I love it. I love spectacles, especially when I am not the center of it, she stated. Drew, a little tipsy, came to their table and asked if his ears should burn. Lucy deadpanned, actually, your entire head should be burning. Taking Drew away, Maxie shared her thoughts with him. I feel bad for Michael. I know he's a good dad. And I know he loves Willow. And I don't think it was cool to pull Sasha into that drama out there, she stated. Drew shifted the topic after agreeing with the last part. He requested Maxie's decorating assistance because he had purchased a home for himself and Scout to reside in. She was shocked that he had purchased such a large home for only 2 people, but she agreed to assist. In the Q kitchen, Cody located Dante and inquired whether he had seen Sasha. Dante hadn't, but his expression was thoughtful as well. Upon noticing, Cody inquired about his friend's condition. Cody was stunned to learn that Dante was now on paid leave, and that Sam had been murdered. There's a killer walking around loose and Anna sent me home 'cause she thinks I'm too close, stated Dante. Cody concurred with Anna. Dante was still inconsolable. I have to take action since I was unable to save her, and the only option left to me is to pursue the son of the person who killed her. I read about life, Molly said, interrupting their conversation when she went into the kitchen to find Danny. Dante went to get him, leaving Molly and Cody alone in a room together. I was sorry to hear the news about Sam, Cody said, adding that he had always been impressed by Sam's free-spirited personality. She said, Sam lived it. Molly left with her nephew after Dante returned with Danny. Dante told Cody that he hadn't told Danny about Sam because he didn't think it was his place. Cody suggested that Dante could help Sam by simply being there for Danny. Dante mentioned that Danny had a father, so Cody answered, a worthless one. Before Sasha entered to speak with her loud-mouthed cousin, a bewildered Dante wanted to know why Cody felt that way about Jason. Sasha wasted no time in scolding Cody, saying, where the heck do you get off telling everyone that Jason was the father of my baby? Cody defended himself when she angrily asked, it wasn't everyone, and he is, isn't he? Where did you acquire the impression that Jason is the father? Sasha wanted to know why Cody was behaving out like this. Who fathered my child is nobody's business but mine, she stated. She inquired, and Cody replied that he had seen her with Jason at the boathouse and had taken a careful look. Both Sasha and Cody acknowledged that they hadn't responded well to finding out they were cousins, but Cody kept saying things like, is that why you slept with Jason? Sasha became even more irritated when he asked, and Cody left right before Tracy entered, asking Sasha to listen to her. Sasha replied, that's basically what you did to Willow, to which Tracy replied, the point is nobody is going to take your baby away from you. Tracy stated she agreed that it was her life, and that she didn't have to inform anyone who the father of her child was. That was really different. When Michael wasn't around to defend them, she was attempting to keep those kids away from this family, but she assured them you can fight and you will with my full support. Every woman has a right to live her life on her own terms, Tracy said, and Sasha thanked her. She was surprised to hear that Tracy had raised her younger son, Dylan, alone. The baby daddy speculation is going to get a little awkward when Jason gets home, so if I were you, I'd have a game plan, Tracy advised Sasha. Liz was dancing romantically with Elizabeth in her living room when the door was knocked on. To Lucky's dismay, Liz opened it to discover Rick standing there with good news. Liz had been reinstated at the hospital. Elizabeth thanked Rick, but Lucky wasn't as kind. Just caved because they want you to go away and I can relate, Lucky told Rick. Can you find out the specific terms of Cyrus Renault's parole? Lucky said before Rick left. He inquired. Lucky even offered to pay Rick for his time, so Rick agreed to do it for Liz pro gratis. Liz told Rick that discovering that information would be a personal favor to her, but he was not allowed to ask any questions. When Lucky was by himself, he told Elizabeth that he would pursue Cyrus on his own, But Liz wanted to be involved, so they planned to frame him to ensure that he was back in prison, where he belonged. Alexis requested Molly to pick him up at the QS and take him to her house because she was prepared to tell Danny what had actually happened to Sam, but Christina objected. Danny is a boy of 15 years old. We can't even identify the murderer, so how is he meant to handle the reality that his mother was killed? She inquired. Christina believed that Sonny could assist in identifying Sam's murderer, but Alexis pointed out that they couldn't wait to tell him indefinitely. The Davis women prepared to confront Sonny when Molly returned with Danny. Alexis did not want Sonny involved. Sam deserves more than vigilante justice, she said, reminding Christina that Sam never hid from the truth. We owe it to your sister to handle her son the way she would have, Alexis said. Cyrus claimed that the hospital was public property, so Brad urged him to leave as soon as he saw him at GH. Doctor, you're not welcome here, Robinson. Go, or I'll call the police, Brad insisted. Brad's response to Cyrus' assertion that he was only sharing the word of God was, share this. When everyone knows you are a drug dealer and murderer, you are the biggest hypocrite hiding behind your pamphlets and prayers. After debating with Brad for a while, Cyrus finally scowled at him and walked away. Carly was later discovered by Lucas wandering the hospital corridors. Telling her that Jack had been there earlier as his patient, he dragged her into an examination room. Lucas said, "You didn't tell me that you flew home on a WSB jet." Lucas requested additional details. Lucas wanted to know what had transpired in Germany, so he inquired, "Are you dating a WSB agent?" Carly said, "Maybe I am." It was simple. Very nice. Until Valentine showed up and tried to kill Jack, and I had to save his life, Carly said quietly. Lucas compared Jack's manner of life to Sonny's and advised Carly to avoid him. Carly chuckled at the notion, but Lucas persisted and urged his sister to exercise objectivity. Jocelyn attempted to enter Cyrus's chamber. To get the super to let her in, she pretended to be a part of his redemption mission. Jocelyn raided Cyrus's belongings. Until she noticed the Bible on his bedside, she had little luck. She reached for the link he had bookmarked, but before she could read it, the super came back. Jocelyn hurried off. When Cyrus came back, he discovered a dried flower in his Bible, which indicated that someone had visited his room. Willow's strong forward reaction to Drew's covert relationship with Nina on General Hospital. General Hospital spoilers and updates hint that when Willow Corinthos learns of Drew Quartermain's affair with Nina Reeves, she will undoubtedly reveal something unexpected to him. The truth is about to hit Willow hard, but she is engrossed in the fantasy she has built up about Drew. Willow sees Drew as her mental hero. Because of his unwavering support and belief that she is his one and only, Willow views Drew as nothing less than a hero in shining armor, and he continues to foster that belief. She has pushed Michael Corinthos out of her life, and left their once happy marriage behind since she has found a new advocate in Drew. However, Willow is still unaware of a crucial fact, and if Drew gets his way, she won't ever learn about it. Drew was covertly involved in intimate encounters with her mother, Nina, while she was falling profoundly for him. Willow believes she is his genuine love, and his only want since Drew has created an illusion for her. There is only one vile truth left, even if it is true that Willow's Drew is her one and only. Though Willow is still in the dark, the specter of their vile affair lingers, despite Drew and Nina's apparent move on. Drew doesn't seem eager in resuming their sultry interactions, and Nina has made a clean split with him, but they cannot avoid the repercussions of their decisions. Secrets tend to come to light in soap operas, and the drama will undoubtedly heat up when Willow learns the startling truth about Nina and Drew. When the truth is eventually revealed, what consequences will result? Drew will suffer the most, but Willow might blow up at Nina. Let's pause to think about Willow's response to Drew before she lashes out at Nina. After all, Drew concealed his long affair with Willow's mother. How is she supposed to deal with such betrayal? Willow's sentiments for Drew could suddenly change from adoration to outright disgust, leaving her completely horrified. She might express her rage with the straightforward yet impactful words, "I hate you, Drew," after learning the truth about his relationship with Nina. Even if Drew makes an effort to defend his behavior, Willow may choose to sever all contact after understanding that she made a grave mistake by putting her trust in him. Is a happy future in store for her and Michael? Is this encouraging for Michael and his attempts to patch things up with Willow? If he returns to the program in the future, is there still a possibility that they will be able to get back together? However, given that Sasha Corbin is expecting his kid, things may get complicated. On the plus side, future spoilers indicate that Willow's perspective will drastically change after Nina and Drew's secrets are revealed. Keep checking back for our predictions on all the drama that lies ahead. Willow's sense went haywire as Sasha let Cody loose. It was meant to be a quiet night. That was the plan anyway. However, nothing ever really went as planned in Port Charles. For weeks, Sasha Gilmore had been controlling her emotions. She had been rebuilding her life, one cautious step at a time, ever since she got back from Ferncliff. However, Sasha was tired of acting as though she didn't notice that Cody Bell had been crossing a dangerous line. For days, the tension between them had been simmering beneath the surface. Sasha was tired of others determining what was best for her, even though Cody had been attempting to assist her and protect her in his own way. The last straw was when she heard him conversing with Dante Falconeri at Kelly's. With a voice like a whip, Sasha asked, "You think I'm fragile, don't you?" Cody's casual manner briefly faltered as he froze in the middle of his sentence. "Sasha. Don't Sasha me," she said, taking a step forward. Frustration flared in her eyes. "I heard you. Talking about me like I'm some delicate thing that can't handle the truth. Like I need to be watched. Like I'm some project for you." Cody stroked his hair and looked at Dante, who backed off sensibly. He said, "That's not what I meant," with caution. Sasha folded her arms and said, "Oh really? Because it sure sounded like you were discussing whether or not I was stable enough to make my own decisions. Tell me, Cody, am I supposed to run every choice by you first? Do I need permission to live my life?" Cody's expression clouded. "That's not fair. Everyone is treating me like I'm some fragile doll that might break if they say the wrong thing," Sasha said, her body tensed with anxiety and her voice trembling with emotion. "I have been through hell, Cody. I've survived hell. And the last thing I need is for you to decide what's best for me behind my back." Cody's jaw tightened. "I'm not trying to control you, Sasha. I'm trying to protect you." Her laugh was harsh. "Protect me from what?" "Myself," she asked. "You're just like everyone else. First Gladys, now you." The fact that Cody recoiled only made her angrier. "Further, I trusted you," she said. "I thought you saw me. Not as some victim, not as some broken woman, but as me." "I do," Cody made clear. "Then stop trying to fix me." Between them sat the thick, heavy weight of her words. They were silent for a moment. Then the silence was broken by a loud noise coming from the other side of the room. Willow Corinthos had been standing close to the entrance, her hands shaking and her face white. "Sasha," she said in a scarcely discernible whisper. Sasha turned, energy still zipping through her body, her pulse still pounding. "Willow." Willow blinked quickly and swayed a little. Cody stepped forward. "Are you okay?" Willow began, but her sentence ended abruptly. Her eyes darted back and forth as though the room had abruptly slanted, and she blinked once more. In a moment, Sasha's rage vanished. "Willow, what's wrong?" Willow shook her head and put a palm to her temple. I don't feel right." And then her legs suddenly failed her. "Willow." Cody and Sasha both lunged forward, and they just managed to grasp her before she hit the ground. Dante immediately took action. "I'll call Michael." Sasha disregarded all of her annoyance with Cody and knelt next to Willow. She shook her gently and said, Hey, stay with me, okay?" with a hint of worry in her voice. Willow's face was pale and her breathing was shallow. The words, "Something's wrong," she whispered. Cody gave Sasha a quick look. "We need to get her to..." Sasha nodded. "Now." Sasha trailed closely behind Cody as they hurried out the door after Cody gathered Willow in his arms. In the general hospital. As they carted Willow away, the ER was a haze of medical professionals. Standing close to the entryway, both Sasha and Cody were panting from the adrenaline surge. A few minutes later, Michael Corinthos showed up with a terrified expression on his face. "Where is she? What happened?" Sasha told him right away. "She just collapsed. She said something felt wrong and then..." Michael's anxiety was barely restrained as his jaw tensed. "She just finished her cancer treatment. She was supposed to be getting better." Sasha extended her arm and squeezed his hand. "She will. She's strong." Michael nodded, but his eyes remained filled with concern. Cody stood next to Sasha, temporarily forgetting his earlier annoyance. "Do you want me to stay?" Sasha paused. She would have answered no only a few minutes ago. She would have urged him to quit treating her like she needed to be cared for and to get lost. However, as she gazed at Willow, who was comatose on the hospital bed, she came to the additional realization that perhaps Cody wasn't merely attempting to keep her safe. Perhaps he was simply as afraid as she was. Perhaps each of them was attempting to navigate the confusion in their own unique manner. She drew a deep breath. "Yeah, stay." Cody nodded slightly and took a step toward her. Additionally, Sasha felt less alone for the first time in a long time. General Hospital has long been a staple of daytime television, captivating audiences with its intricate storylines, complex characters, and dramatic twists. One of the most compelling recent arcs involves the tangled web of relationships surrounding Drew Kane, Nina Reeves, and Willow Corinthos. The revelation of Drew's secret romance with Nina sent shockwaves through Port Charles, but it was Willow's forward response that truly encapsulated the emotional gravity of the situation. This moment not only highlighted Willow's strength and resilience, but also underscored the show's ability to deliver powerful, character-driven drama. The context: Drew, Nina, and the secret romance. To fully appreciate Willow's response, it's essential to understand the context of Drew and Nina's secret romance. Drew Kane, a former Navy SEAL and a man of integrity, has always been portrayed as a loyal and honorable character. However, his relationship with Nina Reeves, a woman with a complicated past and a penchant for stirring up trouble, seemed out of character for him. Their romance was kept under wraps, adding an extra layer of intrigue to the storyline. Nina, on the other hand, has been a polarizing figure in Port Charles. Her actions have often been driven by her desire for love and acceptance, but her methods have frequently led to chaos. Her involvement with Drew raised eyebrows, as it seemed to clash with his moral compass. The secrecy of their relationship only added fuel to the fire, leaving fans wondering how this would impact the lives of those around them. Willow Corinthos, a pillar of strength. Willow Corinthos, formerly Willow Tate, has been a beacon of strength and compassion throughout her time on General Hospital. As a schoolteacher and a devoted mother, Willow has faced numerous challenges, including her battle with leukemia and the complexities of her relationships. Her marriage to Michael Corinthos has been a cornerstone of her storyline, showcasing her unwavering love and commitment to her family. Willow's character is defined by her resilience. Despite the hardships she has endured, she has consistently demonstrated grace under pressure. Her ability to navigate difficult situations with poise and determination has made her a fan favorite. When the truth about Drew and Nina's secret romance came to light, it was no surprise that Willow's response would be both powerful and poignant. The revelation in Willow's forward response. The moment of revelation was a masterclass in dramatic storytelling. As the truth about Drew and Nina's relationship unraveled, the characters involved were forced to confront the fallout. For Willow, this was particularly devastating. Drew, who had become a trusted friend and confidant, had betrayed her trust by keeping his relationship with Nina a secret. Nina, who had a history of causing turmoil in Willow's life, was once again at the center of a scandal. In the midst of the chaos, Willow's response was succinct yet loaded with emotion. Her forward retort, "How could you, Drew?" spoke volumes. This simple question encapsulated her feelings of betrayal, disappointment, and heartbreak. It was a moment that resonated with viewers, as it highlighted the depth of Willow's emotional investment in her relationships and her unwavering sense of morality. Analyzing Willow's response. Willow's forward response can be dissected on multiple levels. On the surface, it was a direct expression of her shock and dismay at Drew's actions. However, it also revealed several underlying themes that are central to her character and the broader narrative of General Hospital. Betrayal and trust. Trust is a recurring theme in Willow's storyline. Having been let down by people in the past, she values honesty and loyalty above all else. Drew's decision to keep his relationship with Nina a secret was a betrayal of that trust. Willow's question, "How could you, Drew?" was not just about the romance itself but about the deception that accompanied it. It underscored the importance of transparency in relationships and the pain that comes when that trust is broken. Moral integrity. Willow's response also highlighted her strong sense of right and wrong. Drew, who had always been portrayed as a man of principle, had compromised his integrity by engaging in a secret affair with Nina. Willow's question challenged him to reflect on his actions and the impact they had on those around him. It was a reminder that even the most honorable individuals are capable of making mistakes, but those mistakes come with consequences. Emotional vulnerability. Despite her strength, Willow's response revealed her vulnerability. The hurt in her voice and the tears in her eyes showed that she was deeply affected by Drew's betrayal. This moment humanized her character, reminding viewers that even the strongest individuals have their breaking points. It also set the stage for her emotional journey as she grappled with the fallout of the revelation. Resilience and growth. Willow's forward response was not just an expression of pain, it was also a testament to her resilience. By confronting Drew directly, she demonstrated her willingness to face difficult situations head-on. This moment marked a turning point in her character arc, as she began to process her emotions and chart a path forward. It was a reminder that growth often comes from adversity, and Willow's journey was far from over. The broader implications for the storyline. Willow's response to Drew and Nina's secret romance had far-reaching implications for the General Hospital storyline. It set the stage for a series of confrontations, revelations, and emotional reckonings that would shape the lives of the characters involved. Strained relationships. The fallout from the revelation strained several key relationships. Willow's friendship with Drew was irrevocably damaged, as she struggled to reconcile his actions with the man she thought she knew. Her relationship with Nina, already fraught with tension, reached a new low. Meanwhile, Michael Corinthos found himself caught in the middle, torn between his loyalty to his wife and his complicated history with Nina. Character development. The storyline provided an opportunity for significant character development. Drew was forced to confront the consequences of his actions and grapple with his own moral failings. Nina, who had long been a divisive figure, was given a chance to reflect on her choices and their impact on others. Willow's journey, in particular, was enriched by the emotional depth of her response, as she navigated the complexities of betrayal, forgiveness, and self-discovery. Dramatic tension. The revelation and its aftermath added a new layer of dramatic tension to the show. Viewers were left on the edge of their seats, eager to see how the characters would navigate the fallout. The storyline also opened the door for new alliances, rivalries, and plot twists, keeping the narrative fresh and engaging. Themes of redemption and forgiveness. At its core, the storyline explored themes of redemption and forgiveness. Drew's journey toward making amends for his mistakes and Nina's quest for redemption were central to the narrative. Willow's response, while rooted in pain, also hinted at the possibility of forgiveness. It was a reminder that even in the face of betrayal, there is always hope for healing and reconciliation.